What's up?
See you in a bit.
I'll be right here.
Before we go to Whale World to look at the ship in a bottle, let's call our friends one more time. We might actually be calling Bess and George 2 more times. But...
Hello?
Hey, Bess.
Oh, Nancy, it is such a bummer that you're not here.
Why?
Because she won't stop cooking. As usual, George is exaggerating. She's in the process of cooking a 10-course dinner, Nancy. 10 very tasty, very healthy, very small courses. Anyway, it's too bad you're not here to enjoy them. So what's the latest?
Casey, the maritime librarian, suggested that the SS Whitechapel Dawn may have been smuggling something into the U.S. when it went down.
I don't get why you're so interested in some shipwreck.
I don't know, finding wood from a wreck that shouldn't be producing driftwood? Something's weird, that's all.
I think you should stick to finding out who vandalized Katie's boat. I think you should follow your instincts, even if they do seem totally bizarro.
I better get going.
Thanks,
See
Bess.
ya. Hasta la pasta.
Hasta la pasta.
Hello?
Hi, Joe.
Frank, grab the phone. It's Nancy. Well, Goldie's owner came and got her. Her show name is Samson's Gold, by the way. Goldie for short.
Hey, Nancy. Joe tell you the bad news?
I thought giving a dog the size of an SUV back to its owner would be considered good news.
The garage, Nancy. The garage is... well, it's
A mess.
a big mess.
A there goes the reward money mess.
A clean it up before any parental units come home and kill you mess.
Sorry, guys. Do you have time to talk?
Oh, yeah.
We could use the fresh air.
Andy Jason has a boat in a bottle that Katie says was made by a settler in the mid-1800s who would periodically and mysteriously disappear.
Mysteriously?
Whenever this ex-pirate would show up, Benjamin Hawkins, that was the settler's name, he'd vanish for days at a time. Nobody knows where he and his family hid.
I know how he did it.
How he did what?
I know how he got the boat in the bottle.
How?
Can't tell you. Been sworn to secrecy. But I can tell you this. It does not involve any kind of shrinking machine.
It turns out that the tunnel is connected to the lighthouse. And when the door between them opens, so does this other door that leads from the lighthouse into the sea caves.
Of course. That's how the Shanghaiers would get their victims out to the boats in the harbor.
And how the burglars have been escaping with their loot.
I kind of feel like I've gotten way off track, though. I mean, what does any of this have to do with Katie?
Keep going, Nancy. You're getting close to something.
Yeah, you've got doors flying open all over the place. Just keep it up.
Talk to you later.
Make it soon.
And keep up the good work.
Okay, let's look at this ship in a bottle. I don't think that Joe really knows how they did it. I think he was bluffing.
Hi, Nancy.
Thanks for your time.
Have a good one.
Okay, so using the binoculars...
There's some kind of symbols on those sails.
So these symbols are important because they correspond with the symbols down in the sea caves. With the, like, Ouroboros snake eating its tail thing. And you have to press them, I think in this order, or not press them. You have to turn the snake to these symbols. So I think we can go through the lighthouse. Which would be faster, so I think this is going to be locked down. Okay, so we have to unlock it first. I really hope you can do it from here. Okay, good, you can. Okay. So, first things first is, you would think you would press this one, but one of the symbols is a star, and there's no star over here. So I think first you press the star, and then you do this symbol, and then this symbol.
I wonder where that goes to.
So that opened up this little hidden entrance to another tunnel. And we can't go there from here, so we have to get in our kayak and go into there. So we have to go back up. And get in our kayak. Go to the caves. And now we
Wow,
can
this
go
must be
through
where
here.
Benjamin Hawkins used to hide out.
And here
Oops.
is a lot of interesting stuff.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Someone's trained her. She's not wild at all.
So this is the infamous orca that Katie's been trying to protect.
Maybe she wants to play catch. That piece of driftwood I found must have come from a container just like this one.
SS Whitechapel Dawn. A harness for a juvenile orca.
Firestone. Those must belong to Katie.
And Katie's gloves. Plus a lot of fish that she had in her boat. Diving equipment. I thought that we could look inside of these, but I guess we can't. And you can play with the orca if you want. And that's really all we can see, so when we get back in our boat,
Bye-bye.
she goes away. But clearly someone has trained her to get these crates from the SS Whitechapel Dawn shipwreck because they have smuggled goods in them.
Hello?
Hi, Nance. We're bored silly here, so we thought we'd give you a call. What's going on?
Great timing, you guys. You will not believe what I just discovered.
What? Tell us.
For one thing, that orca that's been causing all the trouble around here, it's not wild at all. It's been trained.
How do you know?
Because I played fetch with it. I'd toss something into the water, and it would use its head to kind of bonk it back to me.
Maybe it just picked that up on its own.
No, see, I found this hidden sea cave, and in it was this harness-type thing like the military uses on the orcas that it trains.
So what do you think it's been trained for?
In the cave, there were also some cargo containers. They were from the Whitechapel Dawn.
You think somebody trained the orca to retrieve containers from that shipwreck?
Casey the librarian did say the ship could have been smuggling something, and people don't usually bother smuggling something unless it's valuable.
Who trained it? That's what I want to know.
Well, in that hidden sea cave, I came across something else.
What?
A pair of work gloves. They had Katie's name on them.
Oh my gosh. Katie's behind all this?
Not necessarily. Those gloves may have been stolen from her.
Have you asked her about them?
Not yet. I'm on my way to do that right now.
Well, get going and let us know what she says as soon as she says it.
I will.
So let's go confront Katie.
Katie's gone.
Katie's boat is gone. So let's try to talk to the other characters.
You again?
I need a favor. I need you to take me out on your boat.
Right now? What for?
Well, it's a long story, but Katie Firestone may or may not be involved in something illegal.
I'm not taking my boat out now. It's almost dark. Just call the Coast Guard.
I can't. Not until I know for sure what's going on. I can explain on the way.
Look, I'm not going anywhere. And if you know what's good for you, neither are you. Just forget it.
I
So
heard everything you
unhelpful.
told Holt. Believe me, there's nothing I'd like better than to help you get the goods on Ms. High and Mighty. But I got a cafe to run. Try Andy Jason.
Okay, Andy Jason it is.
Hi, Nancy.
I was hoping you could help me.
I was just about to close up shop, but what do you need?
Katie fixed her boat and took it out. She may have gone out to the site of this old shipwreck. In any case, I'd really like to catch up to her.
And you'd like me to give you a ride?
Just partway. I'd like to try to sneak up on her.
Sneak up on her?
I need you to take me out 1.5 miles due northwest of the lighthouse. Please, this is really important. I can explain on the way.
Oh, man. You've got me so curious there's no way I can say no. You just got yourself a boat ride. Be careful. I'll be waiting right here.
So there's this big ship out here, which Nancy is fearlessly approaching and sneaking onto.
Whale's making her final dive.
Good. The launch just brought in the last of the stuff that was stored in the sea cave. Another hour, and we'll be out of here.
And there are other people on the boat. Dare I say, goons.
If the crew sees me, I'm done for.
Okay, Nancy calls them crew.
What are you eating?
Beef jerky. Liberated it from that camping supply place. Want some?
Still can't believe you robbed those places. The boss was fit to be tied, especially after you hit that cafe.
Having that tunnel with all those trap doors and nobody suspecting a thing? It was like being a kid with a key to the candy store. I couldn't help myself.
Wonder what's in those. Those look like animal furs.
So they were smuggling animal furs.
Hey, no snoozing. Boss says this Nancy Drew person is a real troublemaker.
Like she's gonna show up out here.
I'm just telling you what the boss told me. Now keep your eyes open.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Hold it right there, Missy.
Oh, we don't even get a newspaper article. Okay, so you're supposed to go this way, I guess. This way.
Where'd you put the notebook?
Boss has it.
Nice of Hilda Nutjob to leave it behind like that, huh?
Couldn't have pulled this off without it, that's for sure.
And we can go down here now.
That must be the orca I saw before. Katie? Oh my gosh.
Nancy, I was afraid no one would ever find me.
What happened? How did you get here?
I fixed my boat and went right out to check on the whale, only the fog was rolling in and it was getting dark. Then I finally saw her, only she was being fed by some men in an outboard. They were putting some sort of harness on her. When they saw me, they rammed my boat, then grabbed me, tied me up, and brought me here. I don't know what's going on.
I think I do. They're using the whale to bring up smuggled cargo from a shipwreck.
Shh! Listen. Someone's coming! Hide! Hide!
Well, Katie, you'll be happy to know that your friend Nancy will be joining us any minute. Hey, how'd you get that gag off? Well, it appears she's already here. All right, where are you? Nancy?
If I could make it back to my kayak, I could go get help.
Somebody stop her!
Oh no! I'm trapped!
Well, what do we have here?
I knew it was you all along. And I told Holt and Jenna, if anything happens to me, they'll know you did it.
Nice try. But I can smell a bluff a mile away. You're about to become the victim of an unfortunate kayaking accident. Or maybe I'll tell my customers that the snake horse got you. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
So we can have the orca help us. You might try to hit him.
What did you
with
do
fire
that
extinguisher,
for?
But
Say goodnight, Nancy.
this is more effective.
Nuts.
Way to go, buddy!
Nancy Drew, are you on board? This is Holt Scotto. I'm here with the Coast Guard. Nancy.
Dear Ned, I've got to hand it to Andy Jason. The plan he cooked up to recover smuggled animal furs was a darn good one. First, he got himself an orca that the Russians had trained for covert military operations. Then he made it look like the whale was an orphan, so he could hide her in plain sight while she did his dirty work at night. Then he and his henchmen disabled Katie's boat to keep her out of their way. They needed work gloves, so they stole hers. In fact, Andy's henchmen couldn't resist using the tunnel they'd found out about in Hilda's notebook to steal practically everything they could get their hands on. But now Andy and his buddies are in jail. Jenna is serving more clam chowder than ever. Katie is planning to vote for Holt after all. The orca is getting along great with a local pod and is rapidly losing interest in humans. And I'm back on the ferry headed home. See you soon, Nancy. P.S. Just before I left, I saw something appear, then quickly disappear in the channel by Katie's boat. She said it was just a log, but I'm pretty sure it was you-know-who saying goodbye.
See what award I got. Orienteering expert, using the GPS to navigate difficult passageways. Cool.
Hey, fellow detective, ever been to a ranch? I haven't, but I've been invited to one. It's in Arizona, and it's called Shadow Ranch, and I can't wait to go. You're invited too, but I should probably warn you, it could be a little dangerous.
So good. Secret of Shadow Ranch. Okay, well that was Danger on Deception Island. I love that game, one of my favorites. Top 10 for sure. I don't know, the vibes of the game are just really great. It's cozy, it's like the music, and it's the Pacific Northwest, and it's, I don't know, it's just like, it's just fun. There are a lot of puzzles, which makes it great. Also, I feel like the ending is really done well, because you think it's Katie, and then you find her and she's tied up, and it's like Andy, and I don't know, I feel like the first time I played this, I did not think it was going to be Andy at all. So yeah, I don't know, good ending. And also, like, it's just fun, like, sneaking around that ship and finding Katie and then using the orca to get Andy. It's just a really good in-game scene, in my opinion. But yeah, it's a good game. And Hilda is a very interesting character. The phone conversations with Bess, George, and Frank and Joe are great. Yeah, I don't know, really great game. Huge fan of that game. The next game is, like, in my top 2 favorites. Curse of Blackmore Manor is my favorite, and then Secret of Shadow Ranch. So, mostly because Secret of Shadow Ranch is the first game I ever played. I, like, got the pack of 4 games: Secret of Shadow Ranch, Curse of Blackmore Manor, Secret of the Old Clock, and Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, which all of those games are so good, and they were the first ones I ever played. And I don't know, I feel like they're just the best games that Her Interactive made, and it was just like a really good era for Her Interactive. So really excited to do the walkthrough for the next 4 games. Secret of Shadow Ranch is very beloved by many fans, and it's really fun. So I'm very excited for that one. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you when I do Secret of Shadow Ranch.